Premium travel cards seem to be all the rage these days, and for good reason sometimes because they come with numerous perks. However, what if you wanted to look at the other side of no annual fee cards? Well, these 5 cards that we're going to look at today aren't just fee-free, they're serious financial tools that'll help you build credit, earn rewards, and level up your overall credit card game. Make sure you stick around to card number 5 on this list because it comes with some serious perks if you know how to use them right, but it is also very controversial. Kicking us off is the Chase Freedom Flex, and this card is a true point-earning powerhouse. The Chase Freedom Flex earns 5% back in rotating categories throughout the year. In Q1, for example, the card earned 5% back at grocery stores, Norwegian cruise lines, gym memberships, and hair and nail salons. In Q2, it earned 5% back at Amazon and select streaming services. We're going to find out what Q3 and 4 are a little bit later this year, but typically there's something like Home Depot, PayPal, Walmart, Target, etc. Really good categories for normal spending areas that just about anyone falls into. The card also earns 3% back at restaurants and drugstores, and then 1% back at everything else. Additionally, the Chase Freedom Flex earns 5% back within the Chase Travel Portal. For a no annual fee card, this card comes with a $200 sign-up bonus after spending $500 in the first 3 months of card opening. That's effectively 40% back on your return on spend, not even taking into account the other points you're going to earn on these initial purchases. Really great value for a no annual fee card. The Chase Freedom Flex is often considered within the overall setup of the Chase Trifecta, which makes up 3 different cards: the Chase Freedom Flex, which earns 5% back in different categories, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which earns 1.5% back as a catch-all card, and then the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which are annual fee cards. But you can check out the video in the description at the end of the video to dive in a little bit more on these overall Chase setups. One final thing to note on the Chase Freedom Flex is that while it earns points in cash back, it's technically earned in transferable currencies, which is what allows you to move the points around and you can get even more outsized value beyond just 1 cent per point. But you can also keep it simple and just get cash back, 1 cent a point. Tremendous value. But what if you just want a simple, flat cashback card for everything without having to chase crazy categories all throughout the year? That's where this next classic card comes into play, and that's the Citi Double Cash. The Citi Double Cash is fantastic because it effectively gives you 2% back. 1% when you buy and 1% when you pay, but we always pay on time and in full when it comes to credit cards, so it's a guaranteed 2% back on all purchases. This is another no annual fee card that comes with a great sign-up bonus of $200 after spending $1,500 in your first 6 months of card opening. You'll also earn an additional 3% back on hotels, car rentals, and select attractions within the Citi Travel Portal. These points are also earned in the form of transferable currency called Citi's Thank You Points, and these can be moved to other annual fee cards within the Citi Transfer Portal to get even more value than that 1 cent per point in value. You're able to redeem these points in straight cash back, gift cards, or direct deposit into your bank account. And because it's a Citi card, you're able to get access to other special Citi events on entertainment. And because it's just a straight 2% cashback card, you don't have to worry about which card you're going to pull out for which purchase. You spend $1,000, you get a guaranteed $20 back. Easy peasy, simple. Now, if you're someone that drives a lot or commutes daily for your job, you're going to want a card that rewards you specifically for your lifestyle. Next up, the PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa, a hidden gem for gas and also groceries, a rare combination in the no annual fee card space. This card gives you 5% back on gas stations as well as EV charging, 3% back on restaurants, groceries, and streaming. One really cool thing about the 3% back on groceries is that it oftentimes covers Walmart and Target, which isn't usually the case in any other card out there, at least that I know of. And also 1% back on everything else. A true powerhouse workhorse card. You're also going to go ahead and get 15,000 bonus points after spending $1,500 in the first 3 months of card opening. Another awesome perk from this card. If you're putting some serious miles in your car every week, this card can really pay off fast. It's also from a credit union, so you're not just getting a card from a standard big bank that you're normally hearing about like Chase, Discover, Capital One. Because of that, you can diversify outside of those big banks, but also not sacrifice anything in the way of rewards and cash back. But let's say your priority is a little bit more targeted and not just on gas, groceries, or dining, but on building or rebuilding your credit. This is where card number 4 really shines. The Discover It cashback card isn't just great for rewards, it's also great for people early on in their credit journey or those rebuilding their credit. The card earns 5% back in rotating categories throughout the year, like the Chase Freedom Flex, and some of those categories overlap, but usually not in the same quarter. So with Discover, their Amazon category is usually in Q4, whereas Freedom Flex this year is in Q2. So you'll have the same great categories like dining, groceries, gas, PayPal, Amazon, etc., but there'll be different periods of time throughout the year. allowing you to really maximize this 5% back in rotating categories. You'll also get 1% back on everything else. A really unique thing about Discover is you don't have a sign-up bonus per se, but you do get a cashback match at the end of your first year where Discover will literally double your earnings. So if I earn $100 in cash back in my first year of the card, they'll give me another $100 in cash and I'll have $200. Big win. Effectively, this cashback match turns our 5% back in rotating categories into 10% back, which is just awesome in year one. Discover is really great for those starting out in their credit journey. The Discover It card was my first card after my student card, and it really helped me continue to build my credit. Discover provides you with a lot of great credit monitoring tools as well as protection on the dark web. Now, I hinted at card number 5 a little bit earlier in the video, but now you're really going to see why it's so controversial. This one is all about premium travel perks, but without the premium travel price. That brings us to the Bilt Mastercard, the only card that allows you to earn points on rent without having to pay a fee. This card earns 1% back on your rent throughout the whole year up to $100,000. And I don't know how many people are paying $100,000 in rent, so you're good for the most part. So for example, if you're someone that pays rent and your rent is $1,500 a month, you're gonna go ahead and get 18,000 points a year from having this card, just from paying rent with it. You're gonna earn 2% back on travel with this card, 3% back on dining. And Bilt also runs special promos on rent day, so the first of the month, every month, where they have big offers or doubling your points on your purchases. If you're someone that pays rent every single month, this card is a tremendous card to add to your wallet if you don't already have it, because you're gonna earn so many additional points that can then be transferred to powerful transfer partners that are typically only associated with these premium travel cards that have high annual fees. Bilt has great transfer partners like Hyatt, which only Chase has access to. And that is one of the most powerful hotel transfer partners out there. So for a no annual fee card to have access to it, that's just tremendous. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the rest of the current transfer partner list on the screen right now, but Bilt is always looking at modifying these relationships and adding new transfer partners to their portfolio, which is just really awesome that they're not done innovating and they're not done progressing their awesome card. One thing to note with this card is that you do have to make 5 purchases throughout the month to be able to actually get your points from your rent. And so one thing I typically do is just put a few recurring charges like my streaming services on it. I know it's a little bit less efficient because some of my other cards can earn higher rates on streaming services, but the amount is so low, I don't want to forget and just miss my point payment with this card. And all these great points you're going to earn aren't just able to be used at transfer partners. They can also be redeemed for cash back, art, and cool exercise classes. Really neat portfolio of options. So whether you're looking to maximize your rewards, build your credit, or just simply squeeze extra value out of your day-to-day life, there's a no annual fee card out there just for you. So if you want to go check out some other awesome credit cards, you're going to want to check out the video right here, or go ahead and check out this video right here for how to build and improve your credit score to make sure that you can get approved for all these awesome cards out there. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you over there. Thanks so much.